Okay, so now that you have a general idea of how to create a segment out of templates, and you understand that it's grouping together users based upon various attributes, let's put that knowledge together and create some custom segments. As you can see, you have many more customizable options within custom segments than we did with our templates. You basically start from scratch in choosing your conditions between events, attributes, you name it. You can also create sequential conditions, which is essentially adding funnel steps to your segment. And of course, you can exclude various groups of users as well. All in the meantime of viewing the real-time count of the users here on the right-hand side. Let's walk through each of these different features. Much like within the templated segments, you'll select between various attributes and then filter them by parameters. In this example, you'll notice our first is first user default channel group, and we want it to contain paid search. In the second example, we're going to select region, matches the regex, and list out all the different regions in which this company supports. Unlike within the templated segments, we can go ahead and combine these different attributes. However, we were stuck within either demographic or acquisition segments within the template. So you may have noticed this feature at any point in time. So what exactly does that mean? Well, when it's not checked, that means it must have to match the value during the time frame that we designated. It will take the latest value. Now, this doesn't really make too much of a difference within our first user default because, well, you only have one first user default attribution area. However, if we look into our other attribute, which is the region, perhaps maybe the person is traveling in a different state, crosses between them. Let's say that we want to just go ahead and include them if they've ever gone into the region, in which case we would go ahead and check that. You'll notice the difference this makes. Not at any point in time, you'll notice we see no overlap, whereas if we put any point in time, you'll notice some people go between paid and organic, as well as in and out of the marketable region. Furthermore, if your segment includes custom events, and you also have custom parameters assigned, you can also filter based upon the content of those values as well. Beyond simply measuring if a user has fired off a custom event or predetermined event or not, we might want to see if they've done it within a various sequence, much like our funnel reports. As you can see, by including a sequence within a funnel, we can first check to make sure that they started the checkout, selected their profile, and then viewed an item. We can also see whether they did that in the same or different order, and even lock down whether they did it within a certain time frame. Now, you might have already created a funnel within Google Analytics for custom reports. We can actually create a segment by simply right-clicking on that particular area. Expanding on our example, we might want to exclude users that actually ended up purchasing. That way we can look at the difference between those two behaviors. Easy enough, just select the exclude from segment and exclude users when they purchase. Now, you might be wondering what happens with that dropdown, segment temporarily or permanently. We'll cover this more in the next section, but this is when you utilize or turn a segment into an audience. And you can set a duration for how long did they last. For instance, you might want to set up a retargeting group where users have viewed an item, but they haven't purchased, and then reset that as time goes on. Last, but certainly a great feature, is on the right-hand side of all of your segment creation areas, you'll see the summary. This provides a real-time count of the users that are included and or excluded in this particular segment. Make sure you press the apply button or save each time for this to update accordingly.